I didn't scream when I saw them. The hall smelled of lilies, my lilies, and the music that should have scored my vows now played for someone else. My sister sat at the altar in a gown almost identical to mine, her hand resting on his thigh like it had belonged there all along. When she saw me, she smirked. "He's mine now." The photographer froze mid-shot. My mother gasped. But I just walked forward, each step echoing through that church like a countdown. I leaned close to him, close enough that my veil brushed his cheek, and whispered something only he could hear. His face drained. I turned to leave. He ran after me, panic cracking his voice. "You can't do this to me!" I stopped at the doors, looked over my shoulder, and said calmly, almost kindly, "Because you deserve this." 3 years earlier, I thought I'd met forever. Ethan was the kind of man who made promises sound believable. He studied my silences, brought me coffee just the way I liked it, no sugar, no lies. And when he proposed, he slipped the ring on my finger with trembling hands. I thought it was love. Turns out, it was guilt. And my sister, Lily, she was my shadow growing up. The prettier one, the louder one, the one who always took what she wanted. I never minded, until she took him. It started with small things. His phone lighting up at odd hours. Her name popping up more often in our conversations. "She just needs advice," he said. "You know how fragile she is." I did. I also knew how good she was at pretending to be. Then came the night he didn't come home. Said he was with clients, but his watch pinged its location, our family lake house. I drove there in silence. The moon caught the ripples of the water, and through the window I saw them. My sister in his shirt, her fingers tracing the same scar on his shoulder I used to kiss. I didn't cry, not then. I just watched until the disgust became clarity. People think revenge is rage. It's not. It's patience. I didn't confront them, not yet. I smiled through dress fittings, engagement parties, and guest lists. I even let her help plan the wedding. She was thrilled, thinking she was playing me. She didn't notice when I replaced the joint account signatures, or when I shifted Ethan's company shares, the ones I'd helped him build, quietly into a trust under my name. He'd signed where I told him to, distracted by his affair. Lily didn't notice that the catering contract, the venue booking, the designer gown, all of it was in her name. Every invoice, every debt. I made sure of it. And Ethan didn't notice when I copied his messages, his photos, his late-night confessions, enough to end his career, his reputation, and his spotless charm. The morning of the wedding, I let it all unravel. I sent the evidence, the messages, the photos, the receipts, to his partners, his clients, and his parents. At the exact moment Lily walked down the aisle. When I entered, it was no accident I found her sitting there in my place. She thought it was her victory. She didn't realize the legal marriage license had her name next to his, not mine. She wasn't just stealing my wedding. She was inheriting his downfall. When I whispered in his ear that day, I said only 4 words. "They know about you." By the time he reached the doors, his phone had started buzzing, the first of many losses. Lily's face went pale when the wedding coordinator approached her, bill folder in hand, asking for immediate payment. Her dream wedding, my wedding, was now her debt. They both thought they'd taken everything from me, but what they took was poisoned. Now, weeks later, I sit by the lake again, the same one where I found them. The air is cold, still. I can almost hear the echoes of that night. Her laughter, his low promises, all of it fading now. Ethan lost his company, his investors, his name. Lily lost her credit, her friends, and the man she thought would save her. She called me once. I didn't answer. Revenge doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. I don't wear the ring anymore. but I kept it as a reminder, not of love, of precision, of how power tastes when you stop begging for fairness and start designing justice. People tell me I should move on, that I deserve peace. Maybe I do. But peace was never what I wanted. I wanted the truth to burn, and it did, because they deserved it.